Hello everyone, welcome to those who haven't been here before, welcome back to those who have watched before. Thanks for coming again. My name is Leah Langley, and I wanted to make this video because I wanted to share kind of like a moment of happiness that I got to experience today, and it all came from a Today at Apple session. So before I even keep going, if you don't know what that is, the Apple stores, they all the time, like every day, multiple times a day, they had these random Today at Apple sessions, and they vary from like kids focus, like how to make an emoji, like kind of like getting started with products, how to start with your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, whatever. And they also have some more kind of creative sessions, like learning how to do photos, like not photos, like yeah, like I guess taking good photos on your phone, to shooting good video, things like that, like with your phone and other products. And the one I went to today, which was like drawing on your iPad, and they specifically were focusing on Procreate, which Procreate isn't an Apple app, but if you know anything about Apple and if you watch some of their keynotes, they always mention Procreate. And like I remember when the Apple Pencil Pro was first announced, they like had a little whole Procreate kind of like demo or like showing like some of the enhanced capabilities with the app now and things like that. So I saw this was I was in the Apple Store earlier this week trying to get I don't have it on me right now, or it's in one of my bags, my iPod Shuffle, seeing if they can help me fix it, but they told me it's too old, whatever. And I saw that they were having this like Today at Apple session coming up soon. I said, oh, I should go to that because I've recently got an iPad Mini, and this new iPad Mini comes with the Apple Pencil Pro, and the iPad Pro I have currently is still on the Apple Pencil Pro, not the normal Apple Pencil, excuse me, normal. It looks just like this, but doesn't have some of the Pro capabilities. So I said, okay, like let me go. I also just downloaded Procreate like 2 weeks ago. I'm not a drawer. I'm not a person who like I listen art class. I did my best. I feel like I'm better than some people, let's say, but probably not. But I just downloaded Procreate because obviously I've known about Procreate for a while, and I said it could be a nice thing to kind of like sketch on, draw, and whole kind of thing. They also have like an app called Freeform that Apple does that's like its own kind of like note-taking app, but also could be a drawing thing. So I had out Procreate already. I just been doing some random scribbles on there, just like writing my name, a little random bits and bobs, just trying to like get familiar. And so this could be a good way to kind of like draw a little bit, see like what they're gonna teach us. So why not sign up for this course? So I went today for the course. I forget what it was properly called, but it was like drawing with iPad essentially. It actually wasn't even Apple Pencil Pro focused. I did bring my iPad Mini with my Apple Pencil Pro, but I also brought my iPad Pro with my normal Apple Pencil. But I didn't even use it because it was kind of like I needed to like be focusing on what I was doing. I could have done on there, but anyway, side note. Even with the thing that's nice about the Today at Apple sessions, I found out kind of like right before I went, you don't even have to bring your own devices, even if you don't even have an iPad and maybe you're considering getting one or whatever it is, or you just happen to drop by and do it. There are iPads there that they give you, or whatever kind of product you're focusing on. That way you could use those for the session. There was a lady there who I think might have been there for a Genius Bar, or maybe she was there for it properly, but she only had a little bit, and she grabbed the iPad. She stayed for like half of the session. Some other people were just watching along, kind of they'd even grab an iPad if they didn't want it. Whatever it is, it's nice. Obviously, you can bring your own things if you want, or you could use one of their devices. And I did this today, and like I said, it was kind of just, I had Procreate. I don't really know what to do with it that much. I've kind of just been scribbling on there. But the whole thing is like, okay, we're going to make a self-portrait. Before, our instructor, his name was Jay. He was great. And I actually met him a couple days ago when I was there, when I was telling him I'm going to sign up for this course. He said, yeah, this is what we're going to do. He gave an example of like what it looked like, and it looked so cool. And I was like, oh, this is, I don't know though, because obviously he's doing this like multiple times a day, multiple times in a week. I am not an artist. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a drawer. I don't have it. But you know, I'll see how I go. So he's walking us through Procreate and showing us how everything works and like what we're going to be focusing on. And he says, okay, like take a picture of yourself or pull up a picture that you have. I have my own device, so I was able just to go in my library, and I was thinking like, let me use this picture and I'll attach it somewhere here. It's this picture I took on the beach in my happy place in San Diego, and on Coronado Beach. So I grabbed that picture and I said, okay, I'm going to do this one. And basically what you're doing is we're going to be like tracing over the picture. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I'm gonna actually what I can screen record my device to do like a time lapse to show you what I was able to do. But I'm like very, very proud of myself of what it looks like. So let me show you what it looks like with the picture in the background. This whole thing nice about Procreate. There's a bunch of different layers, so you can kind of like get away. So this is, you see the picture I've attached here of the picture, what it looks like, just the picture I was tracing. This is what it looks like after I'm gonna have to get, the camera doesn't look good, but I'll put a picture up or a screen recording while I'm talking here. So this is what it looks like with the layers. If I take the layer off of the picture, this is what it looks like. This is, and it like looks like me. It looks like the picture that I was drawing, and I really was just like, as I was going, I was like, is there a way to see like my progress? Like, can I see how I'm doing? He showed me, and I really was like, before I was even here, I was just like doing stuff in my jacket. I was like, wait, I did this? I was so just like shocked, and I was telling Jay, like, for me, this is amazing. I'm gonna call my family and whatever. This is gonna be like happy for me. My sister's an excellent drawer, and I told him that like I didn't get that gene. It just skipped over me. But like my dad's a good drawer too, kind of actually too. But my mom and I, like we don't have it. But I was just like so just like pleased at being able to see what I was able to accomplish in this little hour session at Apple. I haven't done it today at Apple in like so long, especially the one that I like signed up beforehand. Like I said, like they are kind of good in terms of like you could just kind of be in the Apple store and you happen to see there's a session going on right now and you just pop it and do it. But I actually, as intentional, like, okay, I'm coming for this session at 12, whatever time it was today, 12:45. I'm coming for the session today, and I'm gonna do this at this time, and it just was really great. And I was just sitting there scribbling away, tracing my picture, seeing how I was doing. He did add some color and stuff later, and I was doing the color a little bit, but I don't like it that much. Like I think I need to get better on the color, so I think I'm gonna just keep it still like this, and I could add it on. I could, like, this is what I colored, but I don't like it that much, so I'm probably gonna fix it later or do other things. But kind of even just like this tracing, I really was just like, wow, awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little happy note for you today, I guess. If you've been thinking about doing a Say at Apple session, either this one specifically on this like drawing on iPad with Procreate. Again, you don't have to even have the devices if you don't want to. You can use one there and even just like do it for the hour that they let you use the iPad and use Procreate. I'd recommend it if you're interested at all, because I was even saying to Jay afterwards, I was like, like I said, I just got this app. I don't really know what to do. I've just been doing scribbles. He was like, yeah, that's kind of how everyone kind of starts at some level. And I was saying, yeah, as I was going, and I was seeing like, I'm actually doing okay at this. Like I'm eager to like grab another picture of myself or whatever it is and try tracing that one and doing that one and seeing how I do there. Like it's just like a nice fun way to like, I wanted to get this app because it was like, why not get something else to kind of like, I don't know, have some more creativity in your life or do whatever it is. And I'm really pleased with it. And obviously I know there's so much more of this app I haven't even scratched the surface on yet, but this little Today at Apple session today really was just really great for me. I really enjoyed it. So I would encourage you to either go to that specific one, like that same day they were doing another one later that day. I've told people about this little thing I did today, and maybe tell people if they want to do that one or any other Today at Apple sessions. I used to try to send my grandmother to Today at Apple. She lived in San Diego. She was very like techie, but she still like needed help sometimes, and I wasn't there in person. And so I'd be like, go to Today at Apple session. They might be doing like a get started on your iPhone or your Mac or whatever it was, and it's such a great way to kind of like get yourself acquainted with the products, either on a basic level, on a specific app, like more advanced levels. I'm gonna go to one about like doing the best to take videos on your iPhone, because I want to maybe shoot more videos on my iPhone, especially when the new iPhone 17s come out. I want to try to like be more than just like kind of some of the basic buttons that are on the camera right now, seeing what I can learn from that. So yeah, I don't know. They've always been there for a while, and I'm so happy that they're still doing them. There wasn't a lot of people really. There was two of us doing the drawings today, and the other person left halfway through. Some other people were just watching, because there's a microphone, there's like a whole production is on the screen. And it doesn't, yeah, they might not always like be like happening in terms of like a full class or whatever, but I'm glad that they're still doing these things. And again, I just was reminded I hadn't been to one in so long. If ever. I can't remember the last time I would have went to. Maybe would have been when I was in university. But yeah, so that's just my little happy story for today. So I'll put my picture here of my original and then the tracing over here. That is what I was able to come up with today at a little hour at Today at Apple. And yeah, I'm just so proud of myself. I'm like actually like, wow, this is awesome. So that's my little happy story to share with you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening and the whole kind of thing. I'd encourage you, like I said, go do this for yourself if you'd like. But we'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Bye-bye.